So these are nets of solids. What is a net? A net is basically where, let's say you have a cube, okay, and a net is really opening up. It's like if you have a box and you're unfolding all the sides. So how many faces of a cube do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like right, the top and bottom, left and right, front and back. So if we were to open it up and spread all these sides out, well, here's the back side. Maybe I'll flip open the top side and put it up here. Maybe I'll open the left and right sides out like this and like this. And then the bottom and the front will roll down here. And this would be the way we represent a cube, as a net of all the 6 different faces, right? So that's what they're doing here. So let's see, for each net below, select the solid above to which it folds. So let's look at this triangular prism. So what they've done is, I'm guessing, you know, right, we have this base, and then we got 4 triangles. So it would make sense that we'd have something like, if we open up the pyramid from the bottom, it's like we'd have these 4 triangles that would come out, right? And you can kind of see if we folded each one of these triangles up, like whoosh, like this, it would come back to form a top-down version of this triangular, of that square pyramid. So I'm gonna say that this one is our A. This is a rectangular box. This would be a box, and you can tell because they're not all, this looks like a perfect cube. So for our cube, we're gonna need something along the lines of this. This is a box, right? This side, it's not gonna be as tall as it is wide, and you know, it's rectangle. So this doesn't correspond with anything. There's no boxes here. What about this? This, I think, is our C, and I'm gonna show you why. C is basically, it's 1, 2, 3 rectangles. You see, this is a rectangle here, that's a rectangle back there, and then this one down here is a rectangle. So you can kind of see, I'll redraw it here. There's one rectangle, it's just slanted. There's the rectangle back here. And then we've got this rectangle up front. And then we have these 2 triangles at either side. So we should have 2 triangles and 3 rectangles, and that looks like this guy right here. So I'm gonna call this C. And what is this? This has gotta be our cube. Now this isn't perfect, right? It's not, or not, it is perfect actually, it's fine, it's right, but it's not exactly what I drew. What I drew was like this, but that's all they did was they just extended that last piece down here. It's the same thing, we still fold this up and get a cube. So I'm gonna correspond this with B. Make sure we got all these right. Yeah, that's nothing. It's this guy, and this guy. So I think that's correct. All right, let's look at this one. I think you can pretty clearly tell the only one that this net is gonna work with is this. Right, we got a circle and then this weird shape unwrapped. I mean, it may not make total sense, but this has gotta be A. Okay, this is our box, and this is a box, right? And you can see that this side is kind of smaller. It makes sense that this would correspond to B. All right, this would correspond to a triangular pyramid, right? A triangular base, which would all go up like this. There is none of that, so this is none. This is actually our cylinder. So why? Because if you look at a cylinder, this may not make sense at first, but we definitely have our 2 circles at the top and the bottom, right? Where does this rectangle come up? Well, a cylinder, this part going all the way around, like this part, actually if you unravel it, it unravels into a perfect rectangle. Right? If you think about it, it's like the label of a Coke can. They take a perfect square rectangle and they wrap it around the can, and that is the lateral side of a cylinder. So that's why this is a perfect net, or an unraveled part of a representation of a cylinder. This is your spatial reasoning skills are very important with these types of problems, to really be able to do that manipulation in your mind. Okay, once again, triangular prism, 3 rectangles and 2 triangles. That's what this guy is, a triangular prism. So that's A. This would be for a cone, but I don't see any cones. This would be for a square pyramid, which we got right there. And this is for a triangular pyramid, which we got right there.